Hi, welcome to the JMO Show.
Hello.
Episode 2 of Season 2.
That one.
Yeah, this one. The one you're watching right now.
Good for you.
Yeah, we'll start it off with a cool story about something that's pretty cool, Rubik's Cubes.
Wow.
Rubik's
You're
Cubes.
full of adjectives today already.
I'm the adjective person today. Rubik's Cubes. I can't solve one.
I can.
You can. I'm proud of you.
Very slowly, but I can.
Well, how fast? Roughly, how many seconds?
How many seconds?
Yeah.
I would say at least 120 seconds.
At least 120.
More like 180 seconds.
So you're not the CubeStormer 3.
Not that I am aware of.
The CubeStormer 3 is a robot that's been built recently, made out of Lego Mindstorms, which is the Lego robotics technology part of Lego, and a Samsung Galaxy S4. Samsung Galaxy S4 phone, and it can solve a Rubik's Cube in 3.253 seconds.
Well,
examine the cube, figure out how to solve it, and then solve it in 3.253 seconds.
And that was made of Lego and a phone.
Made of Lego and a phone, yes.
That's pretty cool.
It now holds the Guinness World Record for fastest solving of a Rubik's Cube.
Should the robot be able to hold a Guinness World Record?
I think it holds the robot record, not the human record.
Okay.
The human record is something like 5 seconds. I should have written that down, but I didn't. But I remember it was 5 seconds-ish.
5 seconds-ish.
Yes, the CubeStormer...
Well, that just shows that robots have a higher precision than Perrys do.
Yes, that is true. The CubeStormer 3, because it now has a Guinness World Record, that implies that it stole it from somebody else or said it first. It stole it from another robot, the CubeStormer 2. So it stole it from its previous version.
Was that one also made out of Lego?
That one was also made out of Lego and a phone.
Who has the time who does these things?
The CubeStormer team.
The CubeStormer team.
So yeah.
That's my new aspiration in life.
To become part of the CubeStormer team.
Yes.
And solve Rubik's Cubes with phones and Lego.
Yes. Actually, no, I just want to play with Lego forever and always.
Fair. Who doesn't? It's Lego.
You
can do whatever you want.
It's
and
excellent.
It's fantastical. That ends this story, just like, sadly, yesterday, the year of Luigi ended, for those that care, which should be all of you, because it's Luigi.
It should be, but perhaps it isn't. I have something to tell you about fat.
Fat?
Not looking at... No, you're not even fat. I kind of... And fat jokes aren't funny.
No, they're sad, that's why I cried.
Yes, there you go. There has been a study done by Harvard and Cambridge universities, and they have looked at, well, it's not just one study, it's 72 studies that include 600,000 different individuals.
A lot of people.
It is, and they have, their evidence has shown no link between saturated fat and a higher risk of heart disease.
Which kind of goes against what we've all been told, which is fat equals no more heart healthness.
Yes, I'm sure that was the slogan of the Heart Foundation.
That's what I remember.
Yes, Dr. Mike Napton has said a similar sort of thing, saying it's fairly counterintuitive and it's sort of...
A similar sort of thing to fat equals no more heart
Well,
health.
not similar to that, but the idea that it kind of goes against everything that we've ever been told. And he was saying it's not the right message to send out, that you can just have free-for-all, just eat all the fat you want.
All of the fat. Who doesn't want to eat all the fat?
Well...
Quite a lot of us, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's pretty good up until a point, but then sometimes you just feel like,
Lard. It's a fun word.
Lard is one of those words that describes itself, I think.
It does. It's just lard. It's a lounge. It's a large word, not a lounge word. A lounge word is like a couch.
You could have a lounge made of lard.
Or a chair.
That would be unpleasant.
That would be very unpleasant.
Anyway, moral of the story is that even though Harvard and Cambridge say that saturated fat has no link, they also say that fish oil capsules don't help your heart either. Even though these things come out, it doesn't mean that you should just go and eat McDonald's all the time.
I think the outcome of all this is that food is kind of complicated in how it affects
Absolutely,
people.
Yeah. There are a lot of different factors to consider. You can't choose one in isolation and then do a study completely based on that and expect to have accurate results.
Well, not yet.
Indeed. It's just there's so many different things that affect heart disease, and it's really complicated and complex. So
if we could clone everybody, not everybody, clone one person and then give them food, that would eliminate
some variables.
Some variables.
But also it's a little unethical.
That depends on your point of view.
The next story also depends on your point of view as to whether it is ethical or not.
That is true. That was a nice segue.
I do try. That one I might have tried a little bit too hard, but
A little
let's
bit
move
too
on.
hard. Speed driving.
Speed driving.
Speed driving, as in driving rather quickly. Faster
Ooh.
than you are meant to
Not
be driving.
just quickly.
Not just quickly.
Rather quickly.
Rather quickly.
Yeah.
Rather quickly. Yeah. So, how young do you think speed drivers are these days with all teenagers
I'm
becoming
sorry,
rebellious?
just the term speed drivers. I'm having
Speed
difficulty.
How else do you phrase
All right, let's
that?
just go with speed drivers. How old are speed drivers? I'll say 19.
19? Close.
Close.
In Florida, a 2-year-old was booked speed driving.
2-year-old.
A 2-year-old, yeah.
Wow.
She was in a little push car thing, and she was going, I think it was 4 something miles, whatever. She was going fast. She was going really fast.
Fast for that little push
Fast,
cart.
a little push cart. The officer, he did release a statement on the incident where he booked this 2-year-old. He said, "It took me a while to catch up, but we did."
That is inspirational stuff.
It is. He booked this 2-year-old, gave her a $4 fine.
$4.
$4. Which
And they'd be American dollars
they'd
too.
be American
they'd be
dollars,
US dollars.
bigger than Australian
so
dollars.
That's even worse.
Because like if you're a 2-year-old, $4, that's a lot of money for
It
a
is
2-year-old.
an incredible amount of money. I remember when I was probably about 8 or 9, and I had this plush toy horse that I lost, and
Ooh.
I was going to have to I was going to have to save up $12
$12.
to get a new one. And that was very daunting. So if you scale that back, for a 2-year-old, $4
is
$4 US dollars of all things.
That's quite a lot of money. The child in case, whose name I'm probably going to horribly mispronounce, it's Zadaria Mish something. I don't think that something's part of her name, but it's a strange name. She also released a statement.
Yes.
Saying, "I'm still in shock, but I'm gonna pay the ticket." So she sped, and she realized that she screwed up. You shouldn't speed. Don't speed, kids or
Don't
adults.
be a speed driver.
Don't be a speed driver. Don't drive at any speed. Stay perfectly motionless while in a car.
Sure.
That's the moral of the story.
That also defeats the purpose of
A little bit.
the vehicle. That's okay.
Unless the vehicle is designed to be comfortable, in which case you can sit there and
sit on your lard lounge.
Sit on your lard lounge, play your Luigi games, which expire yesterday.
And eat lots of saturated fats.
Eat lots of saturated fats, and also play with Rubik's Cubes if we're linking everything together.
Oh, yes, we forgot that one.
Yeah.
Of course. No, the robot can sit there and do the
the
Rubik's
robot
Cube
can
for
do
you.
its own thing, and you can play with the Lego
Yes,
and phones
absolutely.
and lard and speed tickets.
Goodbye for now.
Farewell.
We went the same way.
We did.
We never go
No.
the same way.